What? Walk blessed and stay safe. What? Walk blessed and stay safe. What? What? Oh, yes, sure. Walk blessed and stay safe. Over here, precious! Over here! It's all right now. Mommy is back. Yes, it's all right. I don't even know how to thank you. 1 second later and that thing... I don't even want to think about it. Here, take this. It's a rare herb, and I hope it's compensation enough for your efforts. At least partially. If you need anything else, just come talk to me. Now that that beast is gone, I might as well take a look at the area. Good, thanks. I think I'll stay here for another day or two. The traveler was right. This place really is a gold mine. Walk blessed and stay safe. hello. What? Oh, yes, sure. What? Oh, yes, sure. Walk blessed and stay safe.
Now look at that.
That's all you got?
Some folks just never learn.
Just a scratch.
You fucking scum. Pay for that. Some traveler. Some folks just never learn. What?
Just a scratch.
Some folks just never learn.
Fucking piece of shit. You'll pay for that.
Finally, some fun.
What the? Traveler up ahead! Get up!
Hey, you there! Yes, you! Do you want to know a secret? Well, I found something really, really awesome, but I need help from somebody as tall and strong as you. How about it? I show you what I mean, and you promise to help me in return. What do you say? Dangerous? I don't know. You wouldn't be as close to the village and to the guards then, would you? And I don't want Daddy and the others to find out about this. That would spoil the surprise. I'll show you in a moment, but first, you have to promise to help me. Come on, don't be a chicken. Awesome! I knew you'd say yes! Come, follow me! Look, I found this yesterday when I was searching for shells. Awesome, isn't it? Yes, and you know what? If you shake it, you can hear a rattling, as if there are coins in it. All we need to do is break it open, then we can split the loot. And I could give Daddy the money for the pointy beard man. So what do you think? I've already tried to open it, but it just won't budge. Yeah, that man from the big city who always comes after a moon turn. He wants money from the farmers. Daddy says he works for this jank or Borg or something like that. Yeah, I think so. He always tries to make us think everything is okay, but I'm not stupid. And maybe there are enough pennies in this box for Daddy to pay the pointy beard man. Who knows? Sure. What's in there? There are... Oh, come on. What is that? There aren't any pennies, only these weird nails and a piece of paper. Here, take a look for yourself. So, does it say anything? A poem? What if it's a riddle? That's what you grown-ups call it, don't you? What does it say exactly? A blessing in distress? That... Oh, Sugar, why do you grown-ups always have to talk so complicated? That is... wait. Father Vildas, the priest, he always talks about blessings at the sermons. Maybe the writer is talking about the shrine, the one behind our house. Quickly, you should go take a look over there. I have to go back to the farm to feed the Leors, but tell me at once if you find anything.
Did you hear the news?
Oh, hello there. I assume you weren't talking about
He
Countess
came, his house lies on the edge of a solitary cliff.
Is it
Glow
important?
of death
Evening.
and pallid light illuminate the dark of night, leaving
We just got a new delivery of ale. Anyone?
One goat and a stable boy. And now brace yourself. He was dressed up as a priest.
Hi, the Seven! This is scandalous! Who told you this?
The miller's wife. She knows someone whose fifth cousin worked at the inn that night.
Huh. Well, if she said it, it must be true. Sad to see what men have become these days. On the surface, they pray each day, do their work, and honor the righteous path. But if you look away for just one
What do you
second,
want?
things go down like in a Koranian brothel.
My words exactly. Sad times we live in. Sad times. But what can a simple woman do? Nothing. Anyway, I have to get going. Good to see you. You should come by for a cup of tea someday.
I will.
Malphas's blessings.
If you batter at his door, safe and
That's just how they are.
What would you like to hear? Sure.
Fades away at the end of the day.
they were only 200 people strong when Malphas ordered them to come along. Follow on my path.
Welcome, welcome. What can I do for you?
Happiness and peace forever dwell. They left us.
Aye, there is. It may not be the palace of the Golden Queen, but it is comfy, lice-free, and affordable. What do you say?
Their stocks were running,
Safe travels.
yet they endured their woe, praising
Hello.
Malphas's wisdom day by day.
Yes?
Who are you? Yarrow, this is about his death, isn't it? The rampage. Of course, who hasn't? Yarrow was one of us, after all. It is terrible. Simply terrible. You want to hear an old man's opinion, though? I always expected that something like this would happen. Malthus, forgive me for talking about a keeper like that, but it's the truth. Hard to explain, really. Come on, let's find somewhere to sit. It'll be easier to talk that way. Well, Yarrow, that's quite a subject, you know. You were right when you said we were best friends. Our fathers knew each other. For as long as I can remember, Yarrow and I were getting into trouble together. At least, until his mother died. No. Bandits killed her in broad daylight on Penny Road. Today these incidents are common, but not back then. The road was considered safe. Very safe. She was on her way to Ark, accompanied by 3 other women, and they were set upon at the pass. None of them survived. Yarrow was shattered. I think the worst part was how his father went downhill after his wife's death. The fishery decayed, and the poor guy filled his days with boozing and sleeping. It changed Yarrow forever. Well, that's a good question. On the one hand, he became a man, despite his tender age. On the other hand, something inside him woke up, so to speak. A desire to make more of his life. Old Mother Jenica noticed it and took him under her wing. He learned how to read and write, and soon he knew all the holy verses by heart. When he didn't have to help his drunken father, he helped in the village as much as he could. Indeed, that's one way to look at it. It wasn't long before he was the jewel of the village, the striving young fisherman destined for great things, even though he was only on the path of a manufacturer. And then the inevitable happened. A keeper of the order came to Riverville to see the prodigy with his own eyes. And behold, in addition to Yarrow's ingenuity, he also had a slumbering, magical talent. The keeper took him away, and a few months later, he started his novitiate. Since then, I've only seen him once or twice, as he rarely visited Riverville. I don't think he ever noticed how much that hurt me. If one of the manufacturers makes it to Sergeant of the Guard, it's reason enough for a bard song. He must have been the first novice in centuries who was not of the sublime path. So yes, it is uncommon. More than that. Oh, it's hard to explain. I believe it was the way he was talking about his grand plans. How he wanted to make the world a better place, to become the greatest keeper since Lorem Waterblade. Underneath all this there was an anger. An anger mixed with deep grief and disappointment. I don't think he was aware of it because he drew all his strength from that anger. The strength to do all this, to learn and to work day and night, but It frightened me, like the Blue Death. It slumbers inside the pathless mage who believes he can master magic without the Order's help. At first, it grants power, but then, one day, it bursts out in an unholy wave of destruction, turning him into one of the monsters in the old songs. Anyway, I'm just an old man. What do I know about these matters? Now let me go to sleep, my dame. All these memories are making me weary. Yes, of course.
Yes?
Greetings! Aye, many and hardly any good ones. The streets are swarming with highwaymen and brigands these days, more than I've seen in all the years I've served now. What's happening to this world, I wonder? Seems everyone is eager to go at each other's throats. It's a shame.
Have you heard the news about the Magister? Word has it that he murdered 30 novices, then killed himself up in the temple. By Malphus, what has become of this world?
Yeah? What do you want?
My dame. Mm-hmm.
Walk blessed, my child. How may I help you?
Walk blessed, madame.
Wild mages in the temple? Grandmaster Aranthiel is as unusual as his reputation suggests, it seems.
Walk blessed, madame. My dame.
Good evening. Yes? Well, there comes a point, and you just have to live with it.
Yesterday, when Syrah and I sat under the old oak, she said something I can't get out of my head.
Walk blessed.
Yesterday, when Syrah and I sat under the old oak, she said something I can't get out of my head. The greatest peril in life is forgetting one's own ideals. These letters, the testimonies of my path, shall ensure that I don't. Letter 1, 8171 after Starfall. Yesterday, a keeper came into the village to offer me a novitiate. Apparently, old Mother Ilana set forth the matter after she realized I was magically gifted. Grateful as I am, the matter raises a strange train of thought. Maybe, in some grotesque way, it was good that my mother died that day. Why, you ask? Because it opened my eyes. Before, it was my only wish to make Father proud. Father, a fisherman. Now I cannot help but feel anger when observing the village folk around me. Day in, day out, they follow the same routine. Wake up, work, carouse, and sleep. Is this all they want from life? Don't they too take note of the ills in this world and have the desire to change something? Only Syrah is different. She understands what drives me, and she shares my dream of a better world. I told the keeper that I will come, but only if she is granted an apprenticeship in Ark. Thank Malphas, he agreed. Letter 2, 8186 after Starfall. 15 years have passed since my last letter. Syrah and I now live together in a small house in Ark. It's been 5 years since I undertook the Holy Trial, but despite what I thought, I did not join the military wing of the Order. Instead, I became a Magister. Why? Because the children I teach will shape the future of this world, and because there is enough bloodshed already. 2 weeks ago, the Trinchessa approved Syrah's concept of the food bank. It obliges every wealthy citizen of Ark to pay a handful of pennies to the Order, with which the Order will provide a warm meal for the Undercity dwellers once a week. Their reactions embittered me. The decree does not ask for much, yet they protested as though we threatened to take their homes. I will never understand people like them. As sad as this may sound, I am happy. My life provides me with a feeling of purpose, and I still have Syrah at my side after all these years. It is strange, even though I know you will never read these lines, it almost feels as if through them I can speak to you. Syrah, I love you. Syrah is dead, killed by 2 Undercity dwellers as she helped prepare the food bank. How swiftly these words are written, yet how can I even remotely begin to express this pain, this void? Syrah always said it helps to write, yet it doesn't. I sit here watching the ink dry and the letters form the words of a stranger in my own body. I am a stranger when I wake up in the morning. I am a stranger when the sun sets at dusk. I am a stranger when I lie in bed at night. The path condemns suicide as a crime, because we all have a purpose in this world. But what is mine? I look ahead and I see 30 winters of solitude. I look back and I see nothing but a trail of broken dreams. Our food bank caused brawls and murder in the Undercity, and the rich forced the Trachessa to revoke the decree. So tell me, Malphus, is this my purpose? To fail? My thoughts are chaos, and I'm too tired to continue writing.
Oh. 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 I sense vibrations. Horrible, bad vibrations. Oh, yes, I feel them very strongly. Oh, yes, something peculiar surrounds you. Your aura! Oh, by Malphus, no! It is indigo blue, the color of the dying. It must be a magical anomaly, but still, that doesn't bode well. But you're lucky. The stars are on your side. I, just like you, find myself in deep trouble. And maybe we can help each other. I have a special object in stock. A skull. According to the legends, it comes from the midst of the Kiran Desert, and us arcanists refer to it as the Master Skull.
It is a risky experiment, but at midnight, if you balance the skull on your head for 1 full hour, it might help to reharmonize your aura. Maybe. It's simple. A couple of days ago, something precious was stolen from me. My beauty potion. And until yesterday, I was in the dark as to who took it. A vision has shed light onto the matter. It was an aura thief. Yes! Its essence is fresh water directly from the sources of Inodan. A real rarity, you see, but it is as potent as it is exquisite. To those who drink it regularly, the potion grants both an otherworldly allure, as well as it completely stops natural aging. And before you ask, yes, only through the elixir was I able to maintain my youthful beauty over all these years. Yes, old beings from past times, way before the Pyreans. For common eyes, they are invisible, but we, spiritually gifted, can see them. Aura thieves only have one reason for existence, and that is to disrupt harmony by playing horrible pranks on innocent people, such as the theft of my potion. Unicorns are fairy tales, you should know that. It was an aura thief. I can feel that deep within me. I have a suspicion. Yesterday, when I danced at the river, I heard a voice out of nowhere whispering right into my ear, and it only said 6 words. Find me in the Clearwater Cave. I'm sure it was the potion who spoke to me, but I'm too old to go exploring old caves like this one on my own, which is sad since said cave is only a few minutes' march from the village. It's an abandoned mine just up the hill that leads to the pass. Go there and find my potion, and I will reward you most generously.
Hello?
Murmuring, whispering, creaking and crackling. Can you hear
Malphas's
the
blessing.
voices of the wood
Evening.
in the wind? Can you see the light as it shines through?
We just got a new delivery of ale. Anyone?
What would you like to hear? Sure.
Beautiful and proud, the ruler
Welcome,
of the
welcome.
Undercity
What can I do for you?
She was
Mark
feared
blessed.
beggars, thieves,
Oh,
and
a bit of
murderers.
this and that. The roast rabbit is really good. Take a look for yourself.
She was worshipped and revered. Vintage wine and silken cloth, jewelry and tongue of gods. Any loot and contraband were passing through her hands. Bright deceit and
Aye,
flattery
there
were
is.
by Lord
It may not.
the art of
Wonderful. I'll open up the room for you. Sleep soundly.
Beautiful and proud, the ruler of the Undercity. When the night closed in, she stayed sleepless until dawn. Men ate her beasts, They visited her chamber. Anyone who quaffed and knew no shame could join her feasts. Her heart was empty, cold and sore, yet she craved for more and more. So little virtue left in her, and nothing left to lose. No matter who attended her, she raised her chalice in the air.
We just got a new delivery of ale. Anyone?
Shivering hands and delirious eyes, brittle voices and maniac minds.
A game? Come on, take a seat.
And dismay. Walls of fire and arrows of ice.
It depends. Some of them are ancient Enderalian traditions. Some have been written by famous bards, and some of them I've collected through my journeys. What would you like to hear? Sure.
Our ancient world seemed newborn in heat. Eyes, no place. Keep him, he yearned for the skies.
Another Ixod eye? There is. Wonderful. I'll open up the room.
A path of his own.
Sleep soundly.
And he strayed in the void as a wayward wanderer, despising the path. That was meant just for him, yet the dreams that he saw in the deep red afterglow were resisted.
Watch yourself. The streets aren't safe this time of the day.
Greetings.
Madame.
Huh. You're not from around here, are you? I know that accent. Have you heard the news about the Magister? Word has it that he murdered 30 novices,
Madame?
then killed himself up in the temple. By Malphus, what
Work,
has become of
huh?
this world?
If you know a thing or two about herbs and the healing arts, you should talk to the mayor. His companion has been sick for moons now. Poor Mathilda. I've never met a woman more generous than her. She doesn't deserve that. News? Where have you been these past moons? The whole city's talking about nothing else but the Mad Magister. 30 dead novices. Oh, boy. How could something like this happen? Within the Order?
My dame. Walk blessed, madame. Walk blessed, madame.
Walk blessed, my child. How may I help you? Ha ha, what it is? Now that's quite the question you're asking there. But fine, why not? The path is two things. For one, it is the name of holy writing that encompasses both the revelation of the Lightborn after the fall of the Eterna King Azataron, and the journey of the first vassals to Enderal, who founded this country under Malphus's guidance. It also tells us the virtue of the path, the ideals by which every Enderalian should live, which is the only way to salvation. Secondly, it is the holy calling of each Enderalian citizen. Yes, only a people united in flesh and spirit shall prevail throughout the ages. Verse 39. There's the path of the manufacturers, whose hard work provides for the iron and food of our people. Then there's the path of the erudites, who follow professions that require higher knowledge, such as scribery and alchemy. And then there are the sublime, who were born to lead our country. Within one's path, a person is free to choose, but to cross those borders is almost always blasphemy. There are exceptions in which a soul's destiny unveils only later in its life. For example, there was Laura Mortarblade, who was born to the manufacturer's path, but who became one of the most fabled keepers of Enderal. But they are what they are, exceptions. Yes. Now don't tell me you've never heard of that before. It is recounted the same way in the entire civilized world. It was the Lightborn who saved this world from the chaos it fell into after Azatron's death. Yes, Enderal was, other than countries such as Nerim, Kira, or wherever you come from, an uncharted land. It was Malphus himself who showed a young couple, Selna and Keteron, and their followers the way to Enderal. But it would take far too long to recite that entire tale, and I doubt you have that much time. If you are interested in their journey, I suggest you read The Path. It is good for the soul anyway, even for an outlander. You are welcome, child. Walk blessed.
My dame.
Have you heard the news about the Magister? Word has it that he murdered 30 novices, then killed himself up in the temple. By Malphus, what has become of this world?
Hey, you're an adventurer, aren't you? One day, I'm gonna be an adventurer. And I'm gonna explore the entire world.
Walk blessed, my child. How may I help you?
That should be it.
Just be wary if you're outside city walls. I guess you've noticed as much already, but this country has seen better days. Don't ask. The wolves act as if they've been cursed, attacking anything and anyone on sight, and killing game they don't even eat afterwards. This must be the red madness everyone's talking about. Oh, blazes. Where's this supposed to lead? Farewell.
Yes?
Potatoes, garlic, radish. Yeah, that should be it. Potatoes, garlic, radish. Yeah, that should be it.
Who are you?
Madame?
Now where did I put that?
Oh, hello. I haven't seen you around here before. Just take a look around and tell me if you see anything you like. That depends. Some I get from adventurers, some from other merchants, and some I gather myself in old ruins and the like. Or should I say, gathered. Nowadays, you can't even set foot into a deserted house without getting eaten by lost ones. What sad times we are living in. Oh, a bit of this and that. Feel free to take a look. Walk blessed. Oh, hello. I haven't seen you around here before. Oh, hello. Or should I say, gathered. Oh, a bit of this and that. Feel free to take a look. Walk blessed.
Yes?
Yeah? What do you want?
Can I help you? Well, if it isn't my new friend. Any luck? Never walked back on the road from the aged man's abode.
Sorry. I know. I can't sing.
Well, if it isn't my new friend. Any luck? Keep your chin up. Well, if it isn't my new friend. Any luck? Keep your chin up.